Hey, so we just found out Saquon going to the Eagles. To the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bag being placed in somebody's bank account. Former Giants running back Saquon Barkley has reached an agreement with the Philadelphia Eagles. $37.75 million contract that could be worth up to $46.75, 26 fully guaranteed at signing per sources, says Adam Schefter. Barkley now beats the franchise tag number and has a maximum average per year salary of $15.8 million, which would be second highest for a running back in NFL history. Christian McCaffrey, we would assume, would be the only person higher than that, just off the top of the dome. But it was kind of lingering around the internet that Saquon and the Philadelphia Eagles were dancing. I think Saquon went to high school in Pennsylvania. He also went to Penn State. A lot of Philly people. I would assume the connections were easy to potentially be drawn there. But he will join Sirianni. Swift ends up as a Chicago Bear, the running back for the Eagles last year. And now Saquon Barkley, a man who a lot of people say was one of the only bright sides for the Giants for a few years. He's in a new team.
All right, Eagles, y'all don't got no excuses this time, you know. Because that's wild.
With
I
a
don't
new
even know
check
what to say.
and hopefully a new culture taking place in Philadelphia, even though they won a Super Bowl just a couple years ago. A.J. Hawk, Saquon Barkley going to Philadelphia. Helps Jalen Hurts, obviously, who no longer has a goatee.
Yeah, you know what? You are correct right there. 3-year deal, that makes sense to me. I mean, no one wants to give a running back 5-6-year contracts and get stuck to it, I feel like. But Saquon still has so much to prove. Like, I love how he runs the ball. I just don't know what Philly's going to be. Like, it just, what a weird way to end the season for those guys.
Yeah, Philly just, and then we got.
How do you just, okay, hey guys, new year, let's turn over a new leaf. Like, how do you, when you come have your first meeting in April or whatever, what do you say? How do you find a way to flush all of that and move on?
Well, didn't he say something about putting the seeds under manure?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then watering.
That was the old plan. We can't continue with
We
that.
need a new garden.
Yeah.
We got a new garden.
We got to start digging new holes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big Dom's back.
Yeah. And Saquon's
Hey, hold on, though. Have you, and
Yeah.
we'll go to you in a second. Big Dom has gotten a shout out from everybody that has spoke about leaving the Eagles. Fletcher Cox, I think, spoke to the locker room after the last game about this being it. So shout out to the locker room not letting that out.
Yeah. That's cool.
Which I really appreciate, because they have footage of him basically saying this is it. And he gave a thank you to a bunch of people around the room. Big Dom was one of the people he thanked. Jason Kelsey, Big Dom, was one of the people he thanked. Then there was rumors like, hey, Big Dom is actually the guy that keeps Sirianni just on his leash as opposed to a wild dog that Sirianni becomes. It's like this Big Dom character is more fascinating than I think we could have ever imagined, Ty.
Yeah, legitimately may have been the reason that the Eagles just went into the pooper last year because he got suspended and wasn't on the field for the last 4 games or whatever.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Saquon out there. Pat, you a funny ass nigga with y'all.